We live. Welcome everybody to another episode of Brawl 2E4, but not just any episode. This is Let's Talk About It. I got my brothers here. We're going to hit you with WrestleMania 2025's prediction show. I know it's been a while, we ain't been on, but you know we got to do this because WrestleMania is basically what started this show in the first place. So, we here with my brother, Big Daddy Cool.
Yeah.
In Brooklyn. Got South Showtime. I don't know, South. You in Brooklyn or the Bronx? Where you at?
Brooklyn.
All right. So we got Meek Mill. He's representing, and we gonna do it all. New York is in the building, and I'm the only one, I guess, from Maryland right now. So guess what?
They all can't be perfect, but you good.
You gotta pass.
It's all good. Wrestlemania 41, baby. Go.
All right. So I'm looking at other predictions from different shows, and you know, there's a lot of things going on from night one, especially where you got Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, and a lot of them are saying that Paul Heyman will ultimately help Reigns win the triple threat match. So I don't know what's going on with them right now, because I know CM Punk has Paul Heyman owing him a favor, and now Seth Rollins almost stomped him out, and now he owes him a favor for not stomping him out. And then Roman Reigns went off on Heyman, but I saw on Raw. So what's really good going on right now? You know what I'm saying? So I want to get your predictions on that match. Who y'all think is going to win? And do you think Paul Heyman is going to help out my man Roman, or is he going to betray him? What y'all think? Let's start with the superstar. Let's start with Big Daddy Cool. What you got?
Well. You know Big Daddy Cool ain't no fool, and he's here to tell you the real deal. I'm always going to get that spill. I mean, we got to take this back, Jack. We taking this back all the way to where this started, all the way back to the Royal Rumble. You know, that's when Punk eliminated Reigns and all that, and then post-match, he got stomped in the head, took Reigns out. If I was Reigns, I'd be coming for fire just for that. I mean, and then you got Paul Heyman saying, well, I owe CM Punk a favor. Like, bro, really? Oh, because in the beginning, he hooked me up. Really, you did your job, but we doing favors now. I feel you, Rollins, coming out. If you can do him a favor, you can do me a favor. So, Paul, to me, you dug yourself your own situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this, though. It's been long coming. CM Punk fought his butt off to be the main event. Bro, you truly the best in the world? Tonight you're going to prove it. Because you're the best in the world, you're going to be my pick. I love you, Reigns. You will always be the OTC, but you got a Paul Heyman problem right now. You really do. And you've already shown you don't know to do too much or how to move left and right without him. We've shown that. CM Punk, that's an asset. And Rollins, bro, get over it, man. I mean, really, just get over it. Get over it. Get over yourself. You know what I mean? Get Becky Lynch back some of her clothes. Get over it. All right? You had your time. It was fine. But tonight is about that CM Punk. You know what I mean? Truth bomb. Bow! From the king.
Well, Jay Swagger has joined the crew. What's up, Jermaine?
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How everybody doing?
This
fine WrestleMania morning or afternoon, depending on where you live at.
I know, right?
All right, so the question is, as my man Big Daddy Cool has answered, who do you think is going to win with Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and do you think Paul Heyman is going to betray him? So far, my man Big Daddy Cool has made some sense, but I mean, everybody going. I'm gonna give you my prediction later, but let's go down the line. Okay, Sal, you next. What's up?
Yeah, man, this is the main event right here, night one. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. I'm looking forward to it. Man, Paul Heyman is in a bond right now, huh? Everybody need favors. Everybody looking for favors from Paul Heyman.
Wise man.
Everybody got favors, man. Yeah, man. But you know, I mean, Roman Reigns. Listen, man, Roman Reigns, he's good. He don't really need the wise man at this particular point. So I think he's okay. He doesn't really need Paul. CM Punk, they're friends. You know, Paul Heyman, they're friends and everything. I'm just trying to see the connection with Seth Rollins. Like, even if Paul wanted to go with Seth Rollins, I'm like, Seth kind of don't need Paul Heyman. I mean, Seth can talk. You know, Seth can represent himself very well. What does he really need Paul Heyman for? You know, so I don't know who Paul's going to go to. Maybe not nobody, but it's going. You know, I can't call it with this. But as far as who's going to win, I think Roman Reigns got to win this one tonight, man. I think Roman Reigns. You know, hey, listen, man, he's the tribal chief, man. He's in the spotlight once again. 10th, I think it's his 10th main event at WrestleMania. Got
Right,
to do it.
right. Okay, okay. Well, Dre just jumped in the room, so everybody is here. All the brothers are online. That's what's up.
Man, Dre, good day, Dre. Got to say.
What's up, man? What's going on?
What's going on, Dre? What up?
I can't. My camera ain't working, so my fault.
It's all good. It's all
Hey,
good.
It's all
It's
good.
all-
As long as we can hear you, it's all
yeah,
good.
as long as we can hear what you got to say. Right now, we're talking about Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. And if you think that Paul Heyman is going to betray Roman or help him out, we already heard from Daddy Cool and Sal. They made a lot of sense. All right, we're gonna go down the line. We're gonna hit Meek up next. What you think, Meek?
All right, you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. When it comes to this match, this was the hardest match to even like figure out who's gonna win because it feels like Roman Reigns is in a spot where he is. Of course, the story dictates that he should be the one to win, but it's also like it feels like they haven't prepared him to really be standing alone yet necessarily
Right.
because he built his empire with the bloodline. But that's another reason why I think he might win because building his empire with the bloodline kind of was a handicap in a way. And now that he can do will have to do it on his own, even if Paul Heyman betrays him or not, it would fully cement him as the champion that he's supposed to be. Um, Plus, Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman situation is a little awkward to me. I feel like if the best kind of one of the best scenarios would be for him for Paul Heyman to go and leave to go to with Seth because both Roman and CM Punk have he's betrayed them in the past, and they've kind of shown some selfishness towards him just now. So I'm still heavily leaning towards Roman Reigns winning, but I feel like somehow even if Roman Reigns wins, Seth Rollins going to get some type of intellectual win at the end of this.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna roll down the road. We're gonna go down the line. Jay Swagger, what you got?
All right. So I really didn't give it much thought until I was listening to everybody just talk about it and started to think about some of the promos that have been dropped leading up to this WrestleMania. And I think Seth Rollins is going to win. And I think that the wise man is going with Seth Rollins.
Got
And
it. Okay.
and it just some of the things that Seth did. He did the pipe bomb segment on SmackDown. Nobody came out interrupted him, and I think that they want to push Roman as a babyface now. In order to do that, they got to separate him from the bloodline. That whole thing. I think Jacob and the rest of them are going to now be the bloodline. As much as people may not want that, I think that's where that's going. In order to separate him from this, there has to be a big backstab to Roman Reigns. Similar to when Seth backstabbed him and broke up the Shield.
Damn.
And
Okay.
remember, one of the things they've been keep on pumping to remind us was Paul Heyman created the Shield for
CM
CM
Punk.
Punk.
That's right.
So that means Seth Rollins is a Paul Heyman man. And
Right.
if anybody think that Paul Heyman is loyal, ask Brock Lesnar. Because he sure enough stabbed Brock Lesnar in the back for Roman Reigns.
You're right. You're right.
True.
So I think he will stab Roman Reigns in the back just as quick.
Mhm.
And I think he's going to stab CM Punk in the back just as quick.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay.
That's because that's the only thing I can think of. I don't think he's going to go with CM Punk, and I don't think he's going to stay with Roman Reigns because I think in the back of his mind he is still upset about Roman Reigns left him out there to drive with Solo and they get destroyed, and he never came back to help him. Now, one time he came back when it was convenient for him to help him about his situation,
Right.
but he didn't care nothing about Paul Heyman. And at the same time, CM Punk was there when all that was going on, and CM Punk didn't really come out there and help him neither.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
I'm just throwing it. I think the curveball. Now that I listen to what everybody else have to say, I think that's the curveball to look for. That's just
And you know what? Not for nothing. If I was a betting man, I would bet on my man Jermaine because he's been right every WrestleMania.
Get
so,
him out there.
so
if only I was smart enough to go and bet on this stuff, I probably would win the parlay.
I'm
But
pretty good
you
though.
know,
My predictions are pretty good.
I'm like Daffy Duck. I'm a Misley Duck. I ain't never go my cash to bet on nothing. I'm a Misley Duck. So, but yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, there's another twist. Brock Lesnar could come out.
they've been saying that they have been,
And
anticipating.
I don't think so. I think Brock is really, really upset with the direction of WWE and them not backing Vince because he's really loyal like that. I
Right.
don't think we're going to see Brock Lesnar.
I don't think so.
But, some people try to say Dean Ambrose is going to show up. I don't think that's the case only because he's still under contract at AEW. If his contract was done and he wasn't with AEW anymore, he was in the void somewhere, I would have been like, now if that was to happen, that means there is some things or some partnerships that WWE and AEW is going to go down like TNA, but I don't see it happening. I just don't. That would be the most. That would shock me if Dean Ambrose would show up because people saying the Shield is going to show back up.
Well,
But
I'm gonna say this. Something that I do know. Something I do know for fact. People and Dean Ambrose have actually said this publicly. He is not under contract with AEW. He's always had an open contract, like he has never signed anything with AEW. He's still like that. He can go anywhere, and that's what he said many times. He can go back to WWE if he chooses to. He can go there and make an appearance. He does not have a written contract with Tony Khan. He said it. He said this is the smartest deal that he's ever made, where he doesn't have nothing where he's locked into. So he can make an appearance. I don't think it's going to happen because he's dealing with a lot over at AEW, but
Well,
he can if he wanted to.
there's a rule that WWE has, and it's the 90-day rule. That's going and coming. Whenever you're going in or coming out of WWE, you have 90 days where you cannot be on television. You cannot
Right.
represent that character. And just in the timing alone, Dean Ambrose wouldn't have been a night. Even if he was to come over, that means you would not have seen him in AEW somewhere in the past month or two. And he's still obviously very there. So if he decides to come over, he's not coming over tonight, nor tomorrow. On top of that, I would think that if he is coming over, there would be a bigger build to that because that would deepen it. That would make a whole other story. Remember, WWE looks not just to the next event, but they look to 3 events out. So this is a big story that's being either built up for something more, which I believe is happening. It's going to break into several different stories, which may actually introduce Dean Ambrose back at some point. But if he is coming back, I don't believe it's anytime soon.
I mean, I agree with you not on an anytime soon, but that 90-day rule is thrown out the window because Ray Phoenix have been on AEW since 90 days and he's now there, as well as Penta. They was on AEW way before, I mean, after the 90-day period. They came out in WWE just like that. So I think your boy Triple H eliminated that 90-day rule
I
because
was
they're
just
doing things differently.
I was about to say the same thing, Anthony, and not only that, and Triple H likes to shock more than
Right.
Vince did. And
Yep.
if bringing them Amos, even if it's just for appearance, and we don't
Yep.
see him no more, he goes back to AEW, will
Yep.
shock the hell out of everybody tonight. And he
Yep.
could pull it off. I didn't know he had an open contract. I figured the contract would prevent him from doing it.
Yeah. He
But
has a.
if he has an open contract where he can go and please and do what he please, he may
Mhm.
not come back to wrestle in WWE, but to do a shocking appearance, to do the Shield thing, so they could put the screws on CM Punk, if that's what the plan is, then that will be a great ending for tonight. But I I'm more thinking that Seth is going to, with the wise man, screw both CM Punk and Roman Reigns tonight and win this match without no D Ambrose, without no Brock Lesnar. All of that stuff is like, ooh, that would be great type things, like imagining things. I don't see it. I mean, hey, Rusev is coming back, but
Yeah,
that's the story for another time. But I think a few more
and
people are going to be coming back to WWE in the next few months. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, go ahead, Anthony. I'm sorry, I don't mean to take over your show.
Oh, you good? Because I'm talking to Dre. He has some technical difficulties, so he's not going to be on. I'm trying to get his
yeah,
predictions. But
I'll kind of change my mind too.
What you change your mind about?
here we go.
No, I'm kind of thinking about that song too, because even from his promo, I'm like, hold up. Yeah, his promo last night said basically he said that Roman Reigns, I've been jealous of him. As soon as I got here, the spotlight was on him no matter what time I walked in. And then when it comes to CM Punk, it's he kind of explained it in a way where it showed that the real issue is his ego. He's too busy being loyal, and he sacrificed his life, his self to for the WWE. So anybody who seems to have attacked WWE seems wrong, but CM Punk was the one that was wrong in the situation. He came back to the wrestling fans that were in AEW not because of a big fat check, but because those were the fans, and that was the place where he felt like he could be allowed to be himself. That's the place where he felt like he didn't have nobody wronged him there yet. Once Vince left WWE, he went back to WWE. It wasn't because another big fat check. So the whole situation is Roman Reigns came in. There was no spotlight on me. There was not even a chance for me to reach the top, and they kind of promised me that I would at least be there. And then CM Punk, everything that I want to be, is something that I could somehow never be every time I try to be it. Because at the end of the day, he still got too much ego. He still got too much. He still cares about the spotlight too much. CM Punk doesn't care about the spotlight. He cares about getting what he needs to get done and the love of the business.
All right. Okay.
He's the villain in both stories.
All right. So
I just want to add one thing. I'm sorry, I had to fact check because Big Daddy Cool ain't no fool. He gonna go fact check certain things. Ray Phoenix's actual last match in AEW was in July 2024. His first match was April of 2025. That means he would have been basically Penta around the time Penta had been signed, would have been around the time this dude got separated. So the possibility of that 3-month rule may have still been in effect at that time for him. But yeah, that was his last match, was July 2024 in AEW.
yeah, but he made appearances in different places too.
He wasn't under contract, and it may have been internet, but it may not have been like an official televised thing.
But that was
There's
10.
there's specifics to the contract. I mean, I get what you're trying to say, but
Yeah, but I mean, there's been a few others too.
yeah,
I
he
mean,
has
that
to keep his own.
was
He has to keep his own presence. So
that,
I know a lot of the other spots that they do aren't contractual, but they're more like, in a sense, cameos. Like even when I go and I wrestle, there are certain places you can go, certain relationships that you have where you're not necessarily under contract with them for the duration, like GCW. You may see certain matches that are contracted, but it doesn't mean that I'm officially part of that roster. So,
okay.
but it is to also um, keep you out there. Remember, as a wrestler, you got to keep your presence. You got to keep yourself known. So
I,
there's a lot that you would have. I'm not saying that you would not have seen him, but
right.
there is that 90-day rule in between the two, those two particular federations.
Okay. 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 Well, let me just hit you with my prediction. Um, I'm gonna roll with Seth Rollins as well, only because he's been taking some L's lately, and they still need to keep him relevant. Other than what Jermaine said, which made a lot more sense as well. So I'm gonna roll with him, and I wouldn't put it past that because at the end of the day, who does Paul Heyman fear most? He fears more Seth Rollins than he do either Roman or CM Punk. So who would you roll with if you thought that you would get over? I mean, Seth Rollins is a big star. He can actually promote and put and push his own. And a lot of things that was said that Roman did leave Paul Heyman hanging after he lost last year at WrestleMania and left him to deal with the Shield the way that I mean not the Shield, to deal with the Bloodline like he did, and they did put him through a table, and there was no Roman Reigns to be found. It would make sense that he would go to the one that he would feel more protected by than anything else, and that would be Seth Rollins. So my prediction is Seth Rollins is going to win that match. All right, we're going to move forward, and thank you so much, Big Daddy Cool, for clearing that up and doing your research.
Not a problem. Not a problem. That's what I'm here for.
That's what makes him cool.
You know what I mean? I'm cool. Not a fool. I'm cool.
All
I
right,
got my
I'm gonna move
notes.
on. I'm gonna go to the ladies. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Who you got?
Oh, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
said, oh yeah. Go ahead, Big Daddy Cool. Go ahead.
In
Oh,
what
me
way
first.
in what way, Anthony? In what way do you want us to have
See.
I'm going backwards. I'm going
Kaiser,
backwards. I'm
Kaiser,
gonna
you
start. I'm gonna
around?
start.
Kaiser.
I'm gonna start with Jermaine first. Go ahead, my man. Swagger. Go ahead, Swagger.
Ah, man. I think it's going to be Tiffany because of the way the WWE universe reacted to Charlotte Flair winning the Royal Rumble and this whole build-up. A lot of people are mad that she's even in this match. So I think the WWE is going to have to pivot, and Charlotte is actually going to play the role of getting Tiffany over. Because this was Tiffany's dream match. I think that's why they did it in the first place, because this was Tiffany's dream match to have a match with Charlotte at WrestleMania. So I think they're going to give Tiffany the win. I think it's going to be a slobber knocker, but I think Tiffany's going to get the win.
All right, Meek. What you got?
I actually definitely like fully agree about Tiffany Stratton winning this. I don't know what it is, but it feels like, especially if they came from NXT, Triple H kind of is vying for them more and leaning towards them. Also, he's trying to move past the Four Horsewomen. The Four Horsewomen elevated the women until a point where they just started stifling. You have to get to horsewoman level in order to be considered even credible. But now, Tiffany Stratton kind of represents what the next generation of women are. And the thing is, you think it'd be Bianca Belair, but no, she was kind of in the lane by herself. Tiffany Stratton and everybody else finally caught up to Bianca Belair in a way, small way, where they're in the lanes that she's in. So I think this would be his way of kind of introducing this is the new generation of the women's division and stuff. And plus, Charlotte Flair has been kind of used to every time I see her in the match with like a new person like that, she would lose, and she would also be in a position where she's pushing that person to the next level. And people will finally see, oh, if she can do that with Charlotte, she's the next level. So it's that.
All right, so they got two for Tiffany. What you got, Sal?
Hey, listen, man, I do not appreciate the disrespect when it comes to Charlotte Flair, man. I do not appreciate that. You know what I mean? Come for some respect on Charlotte Flair's name, Y'all heard the promos, Hey, listen, man. Tiffany Stratton, I think she's gonna take an L tonight. It's over. She's gonna take an L. Straight up.
All right. Big Daddy Cool, what you got?
Well, Big Daddy Cool got to get in it. Now, we talking about the 14-time champion, Charlotte Flair. All right. And then we're talking about the first go-around champion, Tiffany Stratton. We're talking about basically the battle of the moonsaults here. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be the first to flip off the top rope? Who's going to be the first to flip out like an acrobat? You understand what I'm talking about? God bless you, Heavy D. We miss you. Anyway, there's a couple of things going on here. You got Tiffany who says, hey, your time is over, Charlotte. Been there, done that. Hey, this is me. It is Tiffy time. We tired of seeing your old ring light. That's what they saying. That's what Tiffany's saying. But Tiffany also is saying that, hey, Charlotte, you coming in here like a bully. You disappeared. You've been going off an injury. Somebody ran off and got married and divorced. But we ain't going to go there. We're going to leave that for a lifetime special. And then you want to come back and claim the top like you normally do. You just come in and go straight to the top. But Tiffany's saying, this is my time to shine. I'm here right now. But now you got Charlotte who says, listen, we all talking about Cena getting the next championship to beat out Ric Flair's title. But I got in this business to take that time, to take that title, to take that 17 times. I want to be the one to take over from my daddy. Hell with you, see. So that's part of it for her. Secondly, she's the queen. Since when does she go out and come back and not go straight to the top? This is what she do. WWE Universe. We used to it. If you're not, get used to it. Get over it. She came back with some skinny legs, but her arms is toned as I don't know what. She is tossing trucks or something. I don't get it. Wouldn't want to mess with her in an arm wrestling contest, I tell you that. And then number 3, and this right here is to me probably the realest thing Charlotte said. It is about business to her. It is about getting back to WrestleMania and making that check. Cashing check, pushing asses in seats is what this game is all about. And to get that next championship, to get to that next level, to get that much closer to taking over her daddy's record, not John Cena, her, the reason why she got into this business. So I have to say that I love you, Tiffany, and I'm going with you, Tiffany. I mean, not for nothing. It's time for something new. I love you, Charlotte. I hear your message, and I know you thought I was going that way, but no, it is Tiffy time all the way. Gotcha.
All right.
I think Big Daddy Cool's bipolar.
Right.
But yeah,
You never know what you're gonna get with
it's too much 420 happening.
No, she said happy 420. I mean Easter.
They shaped up that crowd is a little crooked. Oh,
baby. King is here, Jack.
All right. So, all right. I'm gonna give y'all first Dre's pick on the last match. He said CM Punk. He got CM Punk for that last match. But for this match, he's going along with my man Jay Swagger and Meek Mill with Tiffany Stratton. So we got a tie here. Well, but actually,
No,
it's a
no,
break.
no, cool, no, cool,
No, I went
no.
with
I
Tiffany
know
too.
Big Daddy Cool messed you up because of the bipolar reaction he had. He picked Tiffany in the end after all that.
That
So
might be the name of the next move,
yeah,
the bipolar.
yeah.
Oh.
So you actually you got Dre, you got four going with Tiffany.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I
And
think
one
I'm
more thing, man. One more thing. Let's tell the truth. Tiffany Stratton's reign was trash, bro.
I'm gonna
Trash reign.
It's
Yeah.
just getting started.
It
It's
just
just getting
started.
started.
We gotta give it a little bit of time. I'm gonna talk about a rain that's trash, but we're gonna save that. When we get to that match, are we doing both nights tonight, Anthony, or you just doing
yeah,
tonight?
yeah. What I'm gonna do after this. I'm gonna stop and record for second for night two.
Okay, so I'm gonna say what I would think about something, but it is involving night two. But we'll get
Okay.
there.
And I'll say that. You can say Tiffany's trash, but Charlotte, I mean, how many times she gonna go out for another accident? First it's her teeth, then it's something else. Every time she leave, it's because she broke on the list. Get off of the list of Jericho. Bring your butt back to the ring.
All right. Okay. Okay.
What you
Okay.
got,
I'm
Ant?
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I don't. I agree with Big Daddy Cool with Charlotte Flair goes out a lot. However, I always go with the veteran.
Sorry, I didn't pay the
Charlotte
rent.
Flair is a veteran. Tiffany Stratton is new. She's brand new and she don't know everything. She knows a lot, but she's not really ring ready for a Charlotte Flair. She's been pushing over a lot of people that's been out there, but she hasn't really had the experience to really defeat a Charlotte Flair. So
Hmm.
with that, I'm gonna go with Sal. I'm going with that Charlotte Flair. I'm thinking Charlotte Flair is gonna get that belt back.
It's okay
That's
to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong.
I'm going.
We're gonna
I'm,
see.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm going
Tippy
with Charlotte.
time.
All right. Okay. So now let's go to LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start off with Sal. Sal, what you got?
Man, everybody know this one. Everybody know the answer to this. And listen, man, Jacob 5-2. He had a super run this year. Listen, man. Elliot Knight, he another one. That run was kind of trash, bro. It was kind of trash run so far. But yeah, listen, man. It's Jacob 5-2 time. Now that I mean,
All right. Jay Swagger, what you got?
Now this one here is a hard one for me to choose. My heart wants Jacob, but will they make LA Knight lose his first WrestleMania appearance as a champion?
Mm,
I mean, if you think about characters aside, whatever, both of their stories are similar as far as they track into the wrestling business. In the LA Knight been struggling and pushing harder longer than Jacob. Jacob was dealing with some street issues that he was going through in life before he made the turn to decide to go into the family business. I think I'll be happy with either one to win because of their personal stories.
mhm. Okay.
But I want Jacob to win. I really want Jacob to win. And I also think if he wins, it brings another story to the bloodline because now the jealousy streak for Solo is going to increase.
True.
So I think it keeps the bloodline story going if he happens to win and be the family member that brings the title back to the bloodline.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jacob.
All right. You
I'm riding with you, Sal.
you and Sal. And
now that I
then
mean,
I know what you mean.
Dre also is going with Jacob Fatu for that. So he's on that. Meek Mill, what you got? Meek Mall.
Yeah. Um, you know, I actually feel like match wise, I don't think this is even a match. It feels like when it comes to the ability of Jacob Fatu in the ring. I don't think that LA Knight even really matches it. Um, so it feels like even before this, and this is like looking at it from a different angle than like just watching the show. Well, no, it's from watching the show. It's like they didn't know what to do with him when he had the title. They gave it to Shinsuke Nakamura. They didn't know what to do with him. They do know what to do with Jacob Fatu if he was pulled the title. So I almost feel like just because of that, just because I feel like there's a story there already, and there isn't anything in my head that I've seen them try to do or think they could do with LA Knight. I, I'm going with um yeah, Jacob Fatu for the win. Know what I mean?
uh, Big Daddy Cool, what you got?
I put some time and some thought into this, and this one right here is very clear. Let's just take it back. I mean, we all know this started. Fatu defeated Braun in a last man standing. I mean, and hey, Fatu got there. I mean, Fatu has been beating Braun Strowman left and right. He has been showing him his hip thrust, showing him how to do the twist, showing him how to do the shakes. Unfortunately, all up against Braun Strowman's head. And so rightfully so, Jacob Fatu, who we knew was going to come and explode, who we knew was going to come and control, who we knew was going to come and show his ass, was going to come over here, and it's his time. It is now his time to grab his belt. I love you, LA Knight. I do. LA Knight. No, not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Nah. Uh, LA Knight, I believe, I totally agree. You know, you've had the belt, you got to the top, you talked the game, but you didn't necessarily walk the walk. You got boring quick. They gave it to Nakamura. He was a borer. And then they gave it back to you. And now you still don't know what to do. But Jacob Fatu got a plan. He plans on changing the damn game. We remember Jacob Fatu is not candy coated sweet. He's not about six packs and pretty glasses. He's not even about all that good stuff. He's about taking names and kicking asses. We're talking about all pedal, no brakes, whatever the hell he says, for God's sakes. The man is here. It is time for him to take his belt, and this is just halfway there. LA, you'll come back. You'll have another shot. But right now, this is the big man's time. So if you got a big ass and you got a big belly and your name is Fatu, shake your jelly. Go get, like I went and got my crown, go get your belt tonight. LA Knight, tough fight. Swing hard in the casinos, Jack, because you came in on the plane, but you're going back on the bus.
Okay. All
Coast
right.
to coast.
This is one where I guess we all agree that Jacob Fatu is going to squash LA Knight. Um, at the
Literally.
end of the day, I've seen Jacob Fatu do some things. I've researched the man, watched him in the ring. There's nothing that this big man can't do in the ring, which gives LA Knight a problem. LA
Not
Knight do that to talk, but he cannot walk the walk against a Jacob Fatu. So I agree with all of y'all. So this is a match. We all agree Jacob Fatu is gonna kill LA Knight. All
I
right.
mean, nobody shakes his hip. I haven't seen hips shake like that since my mama. You get what I'm saying, me? Them hits knock you out. I would not want to have my head in a corner. I'd be scared to go to sleep. That man went to the hospital twice.
Mm, mm.
Strowman, your head was bleeding. Who get hit in the head with the booty so bad it's bleeding, bro? And you want to stop.
That's terrible.
I
I
want to
got
make sure it's said on camera. Strowman, you a big dude. I love you. God bless you. I ain't trying to see you in the ring. We gonna talk. I'll take you out for beers later. I'm sorry. LA Knight, though, we can fight. Yeah.
all right. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now this is a grudge match, but
The sexy match.
I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill on this one. What y'all got? Let's start with me. What you got?
Yeah, I love Naomi, and I think if this was TNA, she'd win. But in WWE, she's still Jade Cargill's too much of a monster. Um, she's too resilient. She beat people that Naomi couldn't beat in the past. Now maybe Naomi was not fighting hard enough, and now she has the motivation to do some more stuff. But I don't see it going that way. I feel like this after this fight, Naomi's gonna have to figure out how to do other things. Maybe she might interfere in the match and have Bianca lose because of how things are going. But yeah, I think I'll be surprised if any of us say that Naomi's gonna win this.
Okay. What you got, Sal?
Naomi's gonna win this.
Surprise!
I could not.
Hey, listen, man. You know, Naomi's gonna win this. All right, just letting you know, Naomi's gonna take it tonight. You see the caution signs. You see the caution signs. Naomi's going. She turned heel. She can't lose this. You just turned heel, girl. You just turned heel, man. Naomi's gonna win it.
Okay, got one J, what two J, one Naomi, Big Daddy Cool. What you got?
Well, let's talk about this now. Let's talk about the sexy match. Okay, Battle of the Booties. Is that what we talking? I'm sorry. They were both kicking my black guy. Anyway, what we're talking about here is Jade Cargill, who is thirsty for revenge. Somebody who says, listen, I know I've been in this game a short time, but I've truly taken this game by storm. From where I came from to where I am. There's a reason why I'm the highest paid contract that they got. There's a reason why I'm that commodity. And yeah, you may not see it yet, but Naomi, tonight, you're going to see why they call me the Storm, because you have lit a fire. You have lit a fire. You took time away from me. You took money out of my daughter's mouth. They don't do that. But on the flip side, Naomi says, chick, I was here before you was thought about. I left here and took the championships to the next level, the next evolution. I put the belts down and walked out. And I went to TNA and changed the game and changed who I was. Y'all haven't seen the TNA, Naomi. Oh, I've always been a good girl. But every good girl got a bad side. And now you come back to WWE, and here I am fighting, scratching, clawing to get to the top. And here comes some Jade, and all of a sudden, she lined up with Bianca, and she got straps? How the heck that work? With all this power boat? No. So, yeah. And Naomi said, guess what? I did one little thing. And Jade, you overreacting. All I did was push you out the truck. Yeah, it took some months off you. It was a little thing. It was a little thing. There's no need for you to come back and whoop my ass like I owe you something. And then Bianca don't know if she want heads or tails. Well, guess what? Naomi said, they letting me be my TNA Naomi now. The good girl is gone. It ain't working no more. So you about to see a slick trick. You think you thought Jimmy could turn? You ain't seen nothing yet. So I love you, Jay. You married a football husband, so you still getting paid and your daughter getting fed. But Naomi hungry for that recognition that she feels like she's owed. And when you hungry, you eat. And guess who getting chomped on? Well, I'm gonna leave that alone. Anyway, back to the wrestling. I think Naomi gonna win.
All right. So Dre, he said Jay Cargill. That's who he got. All right. Now I'm leaving it up. Man of wisdom to basically make sense of everything that Big Daddy Cool just said.
Get your dictionaries out.
So Jay Swagger, What you got?
I'm trying to find my Dakota ring. I don't know what this brother just said. I, I, hey, man, guess what? I don't smoke. I don't know what he's talking about. Now, um, uh, when is Bianca in the match tonight or tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Okay. I think Naomi's gonna win.
Okay. All right.
And I think Bianca's gonna interfere with the match.
Oh, now that is a turn. That's a twist. That is a twist.
Which is going to cause Jay Cargo to come out and interfere with her match tomorrow
Oh,
and for revenge. Because you remember when they had the little scuff up on SmackDown, Jay Cargo jumped in Naomi's face, in Bianca's face, saying, "Yeah, you with her, you backing her up," and it hasn't been seeming that way these last few weeks. But
mhm.
for her to pop off of her, I think Jade is going to go in a certain direction, and I think Bianca is about to turn heel.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So, I think we're gonna find out that she's with the shits with what Naomi did to Jay Cargo.
Got it. Got it.
But that's me, and like Stone Cold said, I'm sticking to it because I said so.
Well, I am a J Cargo fan, and I agree. Maybe that may happen. Bianca might interfere. Maybe not. I still think Jay Cargo can whip both of their ass, and that's just me. 'Cause I've seen the girl do it. Remember who she came from? She came from my man Mark Henry. She's stronger than you think she looked. So I think she can whip Bianca ass, and I think she can whip Naomi's ass. With that being said, I get Jay. I get Jay for the win. Now there's a match I care nothing about that's on this list.
God,
I give
which one? Which matches could that possibly be?
Rey Mysterio this fucking El Grande. I don't give a fuck. I don't even think it's worth even mentioning. I don't give a damn.
But that's the thing. Is
I
it
don't.
going to be a match? Because Rey Mysterio busted his ankle last night during SmackDown, and they had to carry him out the ring. He may not be wrestling tonight.
They're still promoting it.
It might be a decision. I have a funny feeling it's not going to be Rey Mysterio because he legitimately was really hurt. He wasn't even at the Hall of Fame last night. They legitimately carried him out. Like for real. He hurt himself.
I don't care if his daughter replaced him. I don't want to see.
Well, there's a couple of matches I feel the same way.
The only way
trying to get one place for Mysterio.
The only way that this match would even matter is if El Grande is not who we think he is, and it's Vince
and
McMahon.
That's what I'm hoping happens because if it is,
because Vince McMahon got too much damn hair on his chest, it would have been.
No, it's not no damn Vince McMahon. No, please, no.
All right.
First of all, Vince McMahon can't move like that. Did you see the last time he took a stunner? Right. Okay, so the only McMahon that was able to fly through the air like that was Shane O'Mac.
Right, but then
maybe
and he's too short to be Shane.
Yeah, Shane ain't that muscular either.
And Shane is not taller than that.
Let's just face it, we know who the hell it is. But anyway,
I thought it was coffee. El Grande Americano, that ain't coffee?
No.
Oh, well, listen, I'll be real quick. I honestly agree with you. I don't think that there's going to be a match with Rey Mysterio. I think it's going to be one of what I call Rey's kids. They're either going to have Dragon Lee or Phoenix come in for him. Should they do it, the better match would obviously be between Rey Phoenix and El Grande Americano, and I totally agree. I don't think this is Chad Gable at all. The physical makeup, and I don't think Chad's head can fit in that mask at all. I really don't. That's a big frame.
It doesn't
If
look
you know
like
what I'm saying.
Chad's mouth in that mask. Like the bottom chin, it doesn't look like him.
No, no. And
Chad's
plus,
gonna
if you're doing
interfere.
that
If
extra
you if you
material,
go
you
back
would
and look
need
at
to
it,
have extra
his teeth,
material
the
to put
teeth,
that childlike head in there. So,
yeah, and his teeth is more jagged than Chad. I don't think it's him,
Care.
no,
but
I don't
yeah,
think it's him at all.
I know
I
you
feel
Wow,
don't.
like
Chad's gonna
Yeah,
again,
help
I
the
hate
we
to
Ronnie
say
gotta
win.
it.
He's
talk
gonna
about
interfere.
it. We gotta talk about it. I think that would be. But I'm with you, Anthony. The only way this will be interesting is the most thought of twist happens. If it's straight up, first of all, if it is Chad, we ain't gonna find out tonight because either he's gonna win or they're not gonna be able to demask him because they're gonna milk this for a few more months to drive us crazy. But the only way this works is if it's somebody else than Chad Gable.
Well, it has to be. It has to
All
be.
right,
If-
let's
But
move on to
we'll move on.
what I
You
really
didn't even
want.
want to ask who wins. Wait, you don't
What
want
we
to
gonna
go
do?
around?
Hey. The real question is whether can they whoop my ass, and that's a no. That's a hard. You can flip left and right, but Big Daddy got you. He got you all night. Let's go.
Oh
Gunther versus
God.
Jey Uso.
Oh,
Dre has Uso.
oh.
All right, let's start with my man. We're gonna start with Sal. Let's go with Meek Mill. What you got?
All right. First thing I gotta say is I got my title ready, or oh wait, forget one. All right. So ye I think they invested too much time into this story to have him lose. Now, if WWE does have, I have to say WWE definitely has guts. They have cojones. If they do have Gunther win, because it would cement the title as the you work for it, you get it title, and not the you get enough, you get popular enough, you get it title.
Right.
It also would kind of put Gunther on a pedestal where it's like it takes more than a catchphrase and popularity to win. To beat him, it takes more than that. You actually have to be able to beat him. So I think it would be cool if Gunther would win, but I don't think I think there's too much story going on the side of Jey Uso winning this. There's too much since the beginning of the bloodline story kind of leading into this for him to lose. Jay's winning. Jay's winning. Even though I don't think he should. I don't think he should actually. You know, don't got enough moves. Don't got enough moves.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's go with Jay Swagger. What you think?
I just want to say before we get into this, Sal cares about last match. He says raise for the win. So somebody cares, Anthony. I got your back, Sal. Oh man, this is one of those other ones that people were a little disappointed that who won the Rumble, but I wasn't. I actually think he deserves it. That's Jay. Um, I think he's going to win it. The build-up was crappy, but they did a good turn in last with him watching his brother get beat up and bloodied and all that stuff, and rubbing the blood on his body and stuff. So they trying to get the interest pumping for it. I think Jay deserves it. I think he's put in the work. I think he's put in the sacrifice over the years in the industry, and I think this is going to be a slobber knocker, but I think he's going to pull it out, and we're going to be eating
Okay.
all night long.
Okay.
Wow, that doesn't sound right, but y'all know what I mean.
All right, Sal, what you got?
I'm a big Jey Uso fan. Yeet. Um, I'll agree with you, Swag. This run was kind of not so great getting up to this point. I want Jey Uso to win. The only reason why I'm gonna say Gunther is because didn't he lose last year to
Ooh,
Sami Zayn?
right, that's right.
Nah, he can't lose 2 years in a row, bro. Nah, I'm gonna go with Gunther
But
on this
he
one.
but he lost a different championship last year. He lost the Intercontinental last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why you do that, Sal? Now you got me thinking. Yeah, but
Not 2 years in a row. Not
I'm
two
over it
years.
with you. Jay and Jacob are choices of the heart. Not really trying to follow the storyline. Not really trying to go anything. Those are two choices of the heart. Like I want them to get this, but that would be interesting if he wins because then who is the person that brings back the title to the bloodline? So if that's the case, are both of them going to win, or only one of them going to win? Because we shall see as
All
the
right,
world turns.
Big Daddy Cool, what you got?
Well, when we talk about the ring, I don't know. It's like you got something in your mouth. But just say ring general, like it's supposed to be. But when we talk about ring general and we talk about flying Jey Uso, I mean, let's really talk about it. Like you said, we got Gunther who's really trying to make up for his shortcomings with Sami Zayn. He got embarrassed, but he moved on. Now he's champ. He's been champ for a year. He's been through it. He's trying to bring that old school respect back to the championship. I've seen him on LFG. I've seen him all over. He's enjoying being champion, and he represents the champion great. And then you got Jey Uso, little dude who thought he was going to be a tag team champion. That's about as good as it's going to get for him. But came back to SmackDown. Thank you, Cody Rhodes. He tried to be solo. He's been trying to be the main event every single time. And honestly, we've seen the growth from tag team Jimmy Uso to main event Jimmy Uso. And even this new Jimmy Uso with the mind game. I mean, I'm loving it. He's lost against Gunther 1,000 times on TV, in-house, on road shows. And Gunther normally annihilates him. But this is the first time that we've seen where there's been mind games played on on Jay, and Jay says, let's what? Guess what? Those mind games have tripped me, bro. Now the mind game's on you. Gunther, nobody's really played those mind games with him. Now
Mm,
he's got a mind battle. And then on top of that, I also agree. Now it's Jay's time. It's time for the underdog. You know what I mean? They really been pushing, how I ain't made it, how you've been telling me I can't. I can relate to that story, bro. So yeah, I love you, Gunther, and I respect you, but I gotta go with my man Jay, because he's doing this for all the little people, and for all those people in the struggle, for all those people who say you can't. And let me tell you something: when you tell a dog he can't have his bone, see how hard he bites you. Harf!
all right, me, I'm rolling with Jay. I think
It's
Jay
on.
deserves it. And even though y'all did trip me up with that Gunther loss last year thing, in a sense, sometimes people want to have as many one championships as possible. In order to have that, you have to lose. So they are trying to go with that 10-time champion, 12-time champion. In order to have that status, you have to lose some. Gunther seems like that type of person that want that status that John Cena has, but he's 15-time champion, 14-time champion.
Okay.
So
One
I
grandson.
wouldn't put it past that he does lose to Jey Uso. Plus, there are people ever since he did that skit with Damian Priest that want to whip his ass. So he's got fans that really have sent death threats to him. that really, if I see you in the street, it's gonna be on and popping. You know what I'm saying? Just because he called him, ghetto trash and all that other crap. So I think right now he's feeling some kind of way. So him losing to Jay Uso would be a way for him to basically try to reinvent himself again and come back again. So I got Jay Uso on that one. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Oh,
end
but,
this. Oh, go ahead.
What
Go ahead.
about
Jay.
but
you
I
gonna
did
do
have
the
a
War
question.
Raiders?
This a question more of an observation. What does Jay Uso's run remind you of? Past, because you know wrestlers like the soap operas. There's always storylines that kind of repeats itself in a different format and stuff. But
Oh yeah, we've seen
to
this before.
me, it reminds me of HBK. Remember,
Uh,
HBK was a phenomenal tag team.
mhm,
For the longest time, he was in a tag team, and then he broke away and he struggled a little bit, and then he came through and he was a face, and then he became a heel.
right.
And I think when this is all smoke is done, somewhere in the near future, he's going to wind up becoming the tribal chief.
No, possibly. I mean, let's think
Because
about
we
it.
remember
This.
he was supposed to be second in line in the first place. I think
True.
Roman is going to get pushed away from that
Right. Right.
and stuff. And I think Roman also, because of health reasons, is not going to be wrestling as much. You don't even see him making as many appearances as he used to. I don't think he has to.
Right.
He's starting now to get into movies and stuff.
Right. That's
So
true.
he's on the
True.
Hollywood track.
I got
But
that.
anyway, that's just my observation. This stuff.
Right.
But
I mean, we've seen this. We've seen this with Daniel Bryan. We've seen this with Rey Mysterio. We've seen this. This is once again the story of the theme of WrestleMania, the story of the underdog versus the seasoned person, the favorite. This is the story of the new versus the old. Once again, I mean, we see that when we're talking about Gunther and Jay Uso. I mean, Gunther kind of stands for like an older, traditional, respectable style of wrestling. Jay Uso is the new mix it up. This is a new style. We're seeing it with I'll even say the War Raiders and Kofi. Kofi's changed their old style, but War Raiders went back to their original style before they were Viking Raiders. So this whole theme of WWE to me is the war of new versus old. Tiffany Stratton does the new champion fresh from the new era. I mean, defeat the old champion where we know what to expect. This is a game of I'm new versus old and experienced. So I mean, we've seen this story left and right. It's just how they go through the night and make it happen. And I know we didn't really touch on Raw Raiders or whatever, but I actually got Kofi Kingston winning that one too, because it's time for a
but
new day. The old day was getting on my nerves.
because
It was too sweet.
that's all. Because I think
And they hit me
but
with
isn't
another one
that
of
that's
those
but
Fruito
cool?
Cheerios. I was in the
That's a
ring
day
and they
two
threw a box
match.
of them dang things. Oh no. Those Fruitios, I'm gonna kick they bootios. I know that's right. Anyway,
But
it's time
but
for. I kind of like
isn't
the
that a
dark
day
New
two
Day,
match
so it
though?
worked for me.
That and ain't that a day two match?
I believe so. It's not on my
Yeah,
list. Day two.
yeah.
Actually, it might be what opening match. One of those what you call them matches. Which we're gonna
Which I
get into.
really wish they would have gave the Street Profits and the the Machine Guns. That match should have been in WrestleMania.
Right.
And stuff. Or if they was going to do this thing now, they don't do this three-way ladder, table ladder chair match. I
Right.
wish it would be in WrestleMania, not next week on SmackDown.
I
Right.
mean, though, are
Um,
we really
I
like?
mean, we got a chance to push it in there. Ray's really hurt. Some that we've been told 3 or 4 times somebody doesn't care, so we could put something in that he'll care about. Make it happen, Triple H. Push
All
that
right.
match out and hit this match in.
I'd
Okay.
rather see
I'm
Street
advocating
Profits
for you.
myself.
I'm
Yeah.
advocating for you.
I'm gonna close this segment out. This is the first night WrestleMania prediction show 2025. My brothers are here. Stay tuned. We're gonna start with night two. Um, Well, actually, I can say stay tuned because it's going to be aired on the Sunday. So this is the end of the first night, Saturday night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.